Hi, welcome to Crypto News. Today is February 13th, 2026, and the top crypto news is as follows. Today we'll start with the CFTC, which is adding members from Coinbase and Ripple. In particular, the CFTC added a number of members from the crypto market, and among them were members of Coinbase and Ripple to the so-called Innovation Advisory Committee, whose job it is to ensure that the CFTC's decisions reflect the reality of the market, and we will have members from Coinbase and Ripple to guide those decisions. From the CFTC of America, we'll go to ARK Invest, which continues to invest, and we learned that it bought $34 million in Robinhood shares as Bitcoin fell below $66,000. Moving on to our exchanges, we will go to Binance, which completed its Bitcoin purchase and now has $1 billion in Bitcoin for the SAFU fund. And from Binance, we will also go to Coinbase, which announced a loss of $667 million for the fourth quarter, as there is a drop in the market and many people have left our market. But the worst thing about Coinbase, in terms of its share, is that the CEO continues to sell and has sold $500 million in 9 months. Specifically, it has sold more than 1.5 million shares from April 2025 to January 2026, totaling $500 million more or less. So that doesn't inspire confidence in the investment community, as you understand. To go to our coins, we will start with Aave, which has a new proposal called Aave Will Win. So now the proposal dropped by the Aave Foundation calls for Aave's DAO to approve a broader strategy based on the upcoming DeFi V4 upgrade. If the proposal is approved, it will establish V4 as the foundation for Aave's future development and implement a structure in which 100% of revenue from products manufactured by Aave Labs will go directly to the DAO. There was a conflict about where the fees go, because many fees, as we saw from previous episodes, did not go to Aave's DAO but to the Aave Foundation. So now they are proposing a change that is considered to be satisfactory to the community. And from Aave, we will go to Bitcoin miners, who seem to transfer a lot of Bitcoins to exchanges, probably for sale, as you understand, and in 2 days they transferred 49,000 BTC. Specifically, on February 5th, Bitcoin miners moved 28,605 Bitcoins worth $1.8 billion, which is the highest daily transfer since November 2024. While on February 6th, they moved another 20,169 Bitcoins worth $1.4 billion. This is all according to CryptoQuant data, so these are the movements that the miners are making in the last few days. And now entering our favorite crypto market, we will see that Bitcoin is at $66,000. The price is obviously lower than our support. To wrap up today's episode, we're going to go with something you really like, and that's none other than price prediction. We'll start with Standard Chartered, which predicts that Bitcoin needs to fall to $50,000 and Ethereum to $1,400 before we see a recovery, saying that this will be the real breakthrough in the crypto market. But I have something better for you. I have predictions for the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, BNB, and Avalanche. Let me tell you that for Bitcoin, that in 2026 it will reach $150,000. In 27 it will reach $225,000. In 2028 it will reach $300,000. In 29 it will reach $400,000, and in $30 it will reach $500,000. While Ethereum will be worth in 2030 $40,000, Solana $2,000, XRP $28, BNB chain $7,500, and Avalanche $180. And believe me, as the years go by, these numbers will change. While JP Morgan predicts support for Bitcoin at $77,000, let's say that JP Morgan analysts believe that the cost of producing Bitcoin serves as a very good support because there is a minimum cost level that miners must reach in order to mine a BTC, and that support has fallen to $77,000 from $90,000 at the start of the year, JP Morgan analysts tell us. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, February 13th, 2026. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone and have a good day.